Steeler Nation, I've got the beanie on, so it's time to get serious. Now, I just found out a few hours ago that Tuzar Skipper, I guess this is breaking news. That's why I'm recording at night time, so hopefully I can get this out as soon as I can. Tuzar Skipper is signing back with the Pittsburgh Steelers. Now, I found this out via going through Twitter and Facebook. And there's a reason why I'm wearing the beanie, because it's super cold, man. It's super cold in Australia. So I thought, you know what, I'm going to wear it. My hair's looking fuzzy. Let's talk about that, and let's talk about Tuzar Skipper. This comes from, if you guys remember, Tuzar Skipper, he had a fantastic outing in the preseason, and we'll go through his stats too in the preseason. And I remember him being one of my favorites. So he tweeted this, and I didn't see this until a couple of hours ago. But I was like, the Tuzar Skipper, that was 10 hours ago, right? So the 412, I'm back, black and gold. From JL Sports, congratulations to our client at Tuzar Skipper for agreeing to terms to the Steelers. So it looks like Skipper, who wore number 51 back in the day in the preseason, is coming back to Pittsburgh. So that's quite exciting, right? Because, in 2019, before all the pandemic stuff was going on, he was quite the crazy outside linebacker and a fan favorite for the Steelers. And now he's back. I went back onto NFL.com and to look at some of his stats, right? So I'm reading some of his stats when he played for the Pittsburgh Steelers, and also go through his transaction history as well. When he played for the Pittsburgh Steelers in 2019, I won't go for the score. The score doesn't matter. But in week 1, he had 3 total tackles, 2 solo, 1 assist, 1 sack, right? Into week 2 versus the Chiefs. That was versus the Bucks. We did win 30-28. It's a sucked-in Bucks. Right, versus Chiefs, we won 17-7, and he had 3 tackles, 2 solo, 1 assist, and 1 sack. So he had back-to-back sacks in 2019. I think at that point we started to get around him. We're like, who's this guy called Tuzar Skipper? Fantastic name and outside linebacker help. And we're like, he's got 2 sacks in 2 games. In the 3rd game versus the Titans, at the Titans, we won 18-6, and he had 4 tackles, 4 solo, and 1 sack. Now, I'm not too sure if that includes... if the sack includes part of the tackles. However, he's got 3 sacks, 1, 2, 3 in 3 weeks. Now, he was the outstanding player, or the preseason, I guess, MVP for the defense and maybe the whole team. Because as the Steelers went to the Panthers the next week in the preseason when there was 4 games, we lost 25-19 versus the Panthers. And this year we don't play the Panthers in the preseason. We play them in the regular season. He had 8 tackles, 4 solo, 4 assisted, and 2 sacks. Overall, plus a forced fumble in both the last 2 games. So he was quite explosive coming out of the gate. If you go look up highlights, he was a fantastic player, super fast, big power rusher, a guy off the edge that was super quick and could have been used behind at the time Bud Dupree or TJ Watt. So it was interesting that he got cut, right? And as you go through the listings, the Pittsburgh Steelers, he was cut. He signed the 2-year deal with the Steelers in 2019. Then he was cut. Right? Before that season. And we didn't see him. And the person who they ended up going with was Anthony Chickillo. And there was a lot of uproar around, was Chickillo better than Tuzar Skipper? And some were saying, why would you get rid of Tuzar Skipper? You know what I'm saying? Now, Tuzar Skipper then went on to Tennessee Titans. He went on to play for them. For Tennessee Titans, and he also went on to play for the New York Giants as well, right? In 2020, Tennessee Titans, they protected him, took him off the practice squad off and on. It says here, protected, reverted, protected. He was always, that was from the practice squad. He was on the squad, right? He signed in 2021, Tuzar Skipper signed a reserve future contract with the Titans. And then in 2021, he was waived. Like, this is what happens to the fringe guys. It's just a very hard time to be a fringe guy. You end up going to the Giants, you go to the Steelers, you go to Tennessee Titans, and then you get waived. And then in August of 2021, the Atlanta Falcons signed Skipper, and then they waived him again. Then they waived him, and then the Tennessee Titans signed or added Tuzar Skipper back to the practice squad in 2021. And now May the 2nd, so it come out today or yesterday, that the Tennessee Titans have waived Skipper, and now according to his Twitter, Tuzar Skipper's coming back to the 4-1-2. So that is unbelievable. That's unbelievable. But you try to think like he had a fantastic 2019 season. I remember he had 5 sacks and the 2 forced fumbles. He was a wrecking machine. And then the Pittsburgh Steelers go ahead and add Chickalo, and they don't use Skippa. Skipper goes to the Giants. Skipper goes to the Titans, and he goes to the Falcons, and then now he's cut. Now he's cut again from the Tennessee Titans. So he's been around 3 or 4 teams. He now has another chance with the Pittsburgh Steelers. In 2020, Skipper says he had 3 tackles, didn't play that much, right? Didn't really make the team. In 2021, last year, he had 3 tackles too. That's it, right? When he played for, I think, the Tennessee Titans, right? So he's had limited, game time, but he was a fan favorite for the preseason in 2019 when he had that sack per game and forced fumble and the 2 sacks at the very end. Will we see the exact same thing come this season in the preseason with the 3 games? Will Tuzar Skipper make the lineup? Because we do have in the with the Steelers here, we have TJ Watt on one side, we have Alex Highsmith on the other, right, for the outside linebackers. And we also have our new coach, Brian Flores. So what impact will he have on Tuzar Skipper heading into like his 3rd or 4th year? So familiar face, and the Pittsburgh Steelers normally do this. The Pittsburgh Steelers have done this as well with another guy on the roster. I think, is he still on the roster or is he gone? No, I think he might be gone, actually. They usually bring back, to Great Scales back and forth. Like he used to do that, but it looks like I think he may be gone. He might have been cut already. But they normally do that with the guys they know who have been around the organization before. They bring them back. Yeah, they put them on their practice squad. They get taken, So it's good to see a familiar face with Tuzar Skipper there, because behind him you have Highsmith and TJ Watt, of course, outside linebackers. But you have Derek, never pronounce your name, Derek Tuska, 48, right? You have Jannard Avery, who came from Philadelphia, so they might be fighting reps for those 2. And then, I don't know who this guy is, Delonte Scott, and the other guy, TD Moultrie. So it's still a pretty hard room to get involved, but maybe there's a possibility that Tuzar Skipper could play behind TJ Watt or Highsmith, depending where Jannard Avery and Derek, 48 Derek, where he lines up. So interesting to see that Stephon Tuitt retires, and straight away there's a roster spot for Tuzar Skipper to come back to Pittsburgh. We'll see. We'll see if it makes a team. So hopefully you guys enjoyed that video. If you didn't know about the news, I didn't know about it until I read Twitter. Until I saw Twitter, and I was like, Tuzar Skipper's back. That's the guy from 2019. So yeah, thanks guys. If you enjoyed that video, hit that like, hit that sub, and I'll see you later. Good luck to Mr. Skipper. Good luck to Tuzar Skipper.